Joel,
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many times I've had to look at that guy whose face I've shaved in the morning and say, what is in your way today?
Wait, you don't shave my face. Oh, you
No,
meant you.
not my
Your
face.
face. Got it in the mirror.
I can't see your chin. You haven't shaved in a while.
No, I haven't.
We're
But
talking about identifying your excuses.
it's the accountability.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a hard time with accepting their own accountability. They will make an excuse for everything about, well, this didn't happen because of this person, that event, the weather, the car, the traffic. They find an excuse for everything.
It's always someone else's fault.
It's always somebody else's fault. And the hardest thing, like you said, is looking at yourself in the mirror in the morning and say, I failed. And as an owner of a company with people working for me, or even within the companies that I work with on a consulting business where they have employees that work for them, sometimes we get so tone deaf to the people around us who are just giving us tons of excuses. Well, that didn't get done because so-and-so didn't show up last night. Oh, well, we couldn't get a hold of that person to tell them about that special task. We didn't do that because I didn't want to talk to them. I was mad at them. Whatever. It's never their fault. So the buck stops here at the top. You have to take accountability for the things that you can control. You have to put in the systems within your company to get people to stop giving you excuses. If you allow the excuses, you are setting boundaries that you are allowing. And you have to stop accepting status quo or people telling you that it's everybody else's fault, but theirs or whatever. And you set the example. I often will talk to either a business owner that I'm dealing with or even within my own organization that the problem's at the top. If you start accepting that there's problems with your systems, is it the communication? Is it the system? Did the system break down? What's the root cause analysis? Looking at the real problem. I had a client that had emailed me recently about a floor being sticky and that we were using a wet jet. Now, the client does have a wet jet on site. We have a mop and bucket. Oh, well, they just use what was easier. Sure, a wet jet is easier, but that's for residential use, not commercial use. It puts far too much chemical down that creates a sticky surface, and the pad that's on the bottom is not going to clean up the type of soils that 100 people have walked into a restroom. You need to drag out the mop and bucket that we have provided using the dilution center with the proper dilution rate of the solution to mop that floor and have all four processes of removing soil happen. That doesn't happen with a wet jet, but that happens with a mop.
Part of the issue being, Joel, the fact that as the owner, you haven't the processes to put in place. It still comes back to the owner, and it always will.
Oh, it always will come back to the owner. And that's why the buck has to stop right here with the owner. Because if the owner makes excuses, that's setting the stage for allowing everybody else within the organization.
So let's take it for instance. Joe, our employee, had to call off tonight. He was in a car accident on the way here.
Is he breathing? I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
Okay. Now, at that point, you might call your customer and say, hey, I'm sorry, we can't be there. Tell them what happened. They accept it or they don't accept it. If they don't, you're looking for someone to put into that routine. It's not that Joe didn't come to work that night and not make it because he decided to get into a car accident.
And those situations happen in this industry. And that's what I tell people every day. We are not a restaurant. We can't hang a sign on the window that says, be nice to the people that are here. We have a contract in place that says they will be clean tonight.
Right.
So the fact that Joe can't make it in, you have to find a solution, whether that's pulling from another account, whether the area manager or the manager on call or the owner of the company goes and pulls in that shift, or you have floaters built in, extra people built in within your own system that can go there. But the thing is that it has to be taken care of.
So the excuse in that situation, the excuse for failure would be, hey, I'm sorry, our employee got in an accident. That's an excuse for we weren't prepared.
Absolutely. And no client wants to hear that. My cleaning is once a week and it's on a Tuesday and you weren't here. Now I have 6 days worth of trash in my building, not 5.
You're dealing with company owners every week.
Absolutely. And a lot of them will give me excuses on the first call. And when we start breaking that chain, that's when their businesses start to grow.
You ever have them swear at you?
Not that I will agree to on this podcast.
I didn't say names, mind you.
Does it happen? Absolutely, because nobody likes to be called out. myself included. You get upset. You're not upset at the person telling you. You end up being upset at yourself because it's so obvious.
I'm going to bring that back to one very particular piece. Nobody likes to be called out. I completely agree. This started growing when we started an accountability call.
Yes.
That meant we were going to hold each other's feet to the fire.
We had talked about doing a podcast for a couple years before we actually started doing it, until we ended up having a weekly call. That didn't happen. And then the whole consulting side of the business was very stagnant up until we started having a weekly accountability call. And when we had that, we said, okay, you do this, I do that. Here's the date it's going to be done by. And we follow up on the next call. And the first few calls, if I remember, oh no, I had other things that came up, making excuses. And once we dropped the excuses and said, I'm sorry, I failed this past week. And then all of a sudden things started happening.
I've had to do it myself. And my close on that is accountability is a kryptonite to failure.
Absolutely.
Joel.
Be my Superman.
Thank you, brother.
Welcome.
So, dear listener, if you have made these excuses to yourself, if you have made these excuses to your employees, or if you have been crazy enough to make these excuses to your customers and had it thrown right back in your face, you can put the phone down, you can be done, you can decide to go back and clean it yourself, you can decide all of those things. Ultimately, you have to look at the person in the mirror and say, you are responsible. If you would like to figure out how to put those safeguards in place, it will not only keep you from having to have those very difficult conversations, but to keep them from happening again, I suggest you reserve a call with Joel. Joel, there are 3-month packages. They're there on the website. Links are in the descriptions below.